Agios Satanas, my friends. It is your favorite dark sorcerer coming at you today. And today I'd like to discuss Zaygon. Now, who is Zaygon? Okay. Now, first thing you have to understand is that there are four texts that speak to the spirit. Only four. And each one has a specific outlook upon this spirit. If we go to the Goetia, for an example, he is known as a king. The discovery of witchcraft speaks to him as a king. The Archaea Daemonum, along with the discovery of witchcraft, has a minor different spelling for the spirit. Instead of Zaygon, it's Zagam, okay, with an AM at the end, not the AN. And depending on the script, we see a couple of different things. Number one, he's either a king or he's a president, okay? And I'm going to get into this for you real fast. The Liberty Angelus, okay, is said that he is invoked at the crossroads of thieves, okay? It is said that this crossroad is hidden. It is hard to find. You just can't go to any in particular crossroads to invoke this spirit. It has to be one where four thieves supposedly were killed or executed, I should say. Now, the discovery of witchcraft, he is seen as a president and a king with the power of transformation and to make men from fools to being wise men. You know, the old biblical account of the Nephilim, the old, the wise, the renowned. Okay, so basically, he takes somebody who's a fool and transforms them into somebody who's wise, like a king or a magi, a sage. Okay, the Pseudo-Archaea Daemonum, he is referred to as Zagam, as I said, but there's quite a few things that kind of go along with what he is seen to be. And I recommend that you delve into that because there's some of the things are kind of, in my opinion, kind of corrupted. And I think taken out of context as well, depending on the author of the script, the text. Now, the Liberty Angelus, on the other hand, there is a lot that is spoken of just on this one spirit. Now, like the Goetia of Dr. Rudd, Zaygon is seen as an angel, not a demon, okay? Not a demonic king, not a demonic lord, but an angel. Now, what's ironic about this is that when we get into Liberty Angelus, he is seen as a dark spirit. Kind of like, if you think about it, Mephistopheles, the Mesopotamian demon of Pax, blood Pax to be precise. But in this case, he's seen as a dark angel, a dark spirit that is called at night in a crossroads. He is called or invoked in the course of a love spell. Now, this could be a connection to Asmodee or Asmodai, okay? Which is very, very interesting to see because how many kings or presidents is associated with a spirit known as Asmodeus, king of lust, passion, desire, and most importantly, wrath. Okay? But Zaygon, being associated with love spells, that's something that is very interesting because you can even go back into Edward Arthur White's ceremonial, the ceremonial magic, or that of the book of Black Magic and Pacts, and you're going to see how he is associated with love spells. And I found this very interesting because the Liberty Angelus connects him to Edward Arthur White's books. And in this case, the course of a love spell, in this case, we're talking about the zombie effect. As the name spelled Zaygon, with an M at the end, not the N, he is invoked to a spell that ties him to the ideal of compulsion. Okay? Compulsion. Intended to rob the will of women until they give into that false act of passion. Okay? And it's very interesting to see how the different texts bring some of these spirits into more than one title, more than one duty. Okay? If we go into, say, for example, E.A. Coetting's works, we see where he is associated with the 9 great kings of the Goetia. Okay? 9. I've already spoken on 3, and this one makes 4. Okay, so I'm literally breaking this down for you so that you can go into the material for yourself and really get a wide range of an education just based off these spirits as individuals. Now, Zaygon, I haven't had much dealing with outside of a few times I called on the 9 kings for aid in certain topics, certain issues that I've had in my life. So I know that he's been there and he's associated with them. So when you open up your ritual room and your your world to these spirits, they really do help you out. You may not see how they do it or understand what they do behind the scenes, but trust me when I tell you that these spirits are real and they do work in your life. Working with Zaygon, I can tell you that my first hand experience with him within the overall 9 kings has been beneficial. 100% success rate in that formulation. But working with him on an individual perspective, I haven't had much dealing with him. So it's up to you if you want to work with him or not. I know a lot of people out there that have come to me personally are looking for somebody to share their life with, but a lot of times they have that false connotation, that false, how should I say this, perspective on how they want to do it because they haven't thought things through. I've spoken in the past about love spells, lust rituals, and how they can be broken down into many different categories by using Asmodeus, the demon of, the king and demon of lust and wrath. But when you get down to it, do you really want a zombie or do you want the real thing? And how do you want to go about it? Do you have all your ducks in a row, so to speak? Do you have a home, a job, a way to provide for this person? Okay. Do you have what it takes to be patient and understanding, but at the same time, can you keep a roof over their heads? You know what I'm saying? So it comes down to this aspect. In this case, through the Liberty Angelus, it really speaks to him being a demon of compulsion, basically casting a glamour over somebody's eyes and giving them that false sentiment of being in love with somebody. And it will not end until they give into that compulsion, that false ideology, that state of false love, okay, that false compassion, that false desire, okay. So I mean, he is one of the greats, and I can tell you just from my own research into him, he is very, very powerful, and he has earned both titles that he is said to possess. But there's one other thing that I want to bring to your attention as well. Not only does this being have two different titles, but there are two different classifications of spirits that follow him. In one case, he is, like I said, seen as a king and president, but he has dominion over 33 legions of spirits, lesser spirits. But yet, in another instance, another text, he is also seen as having 36. So where did these other three legions come from? Was it a miscalculation? Or was it something that developed over time that he has made deals with? Or perhaps even spirits that decided, hey, I want to work with you. I want you to be my king, my ruler. Okay? Either way, this other text clearly states that he has 36 demons, 36 lesser spirits that walk and are ruled by him. So I found that very, very interesting and unique because normally when you're dealing with spirits of any given hierarchy, title, and rank, their legions and their titles are either one, and their following spirits, their lesser spirits that follow them, are always one amount. So to come across a spirit that has two different numbers, that's something that's rare. It's not as rare as a blue moon, but still, it is there. It's more like a blood moon, the Harbinger's moon. Okay? So, I mean, if you're looking for that one night stand, or you're looking for to make a deal at a crossroads, this is a spirit that you want to go with. Okay? Now, I found it very interesting because the way E.A. Quetting broke this down was that you have three categories of spirits, especially when dealing with the kings. You have Paimon, Beleth, and Belial, who are the rulers of persuasion. Then you have the sciences, which are Zaygon, Persian, and Viney. Okay? And then you have the last three, which is actually the arts. Okay? Which is ruled by the last remaining three. Okay? So, I mean, and I will get to them this week, and we'll share them with you as well. So I hope that this has been educational. I hope it's been enlightening. And I do hope that you delve into these sources so that you can do your own research and get something out of it, because you may find something or a connection that I've missed, and vice versa. Okay. But you get more out of it when you do your own research, your own um, experiment, your own dedication to these spirits. Okay. I've worked with a lot of spirits over the years, and there are a few that I hold dear. And there's a few that I actually go to when I need help with something. Not only is it, that I work with them, but they work with me as well, because it's that mutual beneficial relationship. So, I mean, you really want to take into consideration the need. What are you looking to do? But most importantly, are you willing to give and take? You see, to get something, you have to give something in return. There's always a price. Hey, Operation Crossroads. Welcome to the channel. So, if you want to get into working with any one of these kings that I've mentioned so far, I'd advise doing your homework first. Delve into the sources, gain as much knowledge and enlightenment as possible upon them so you understand what you need, okay, to do, who you need to go to, and how to approach them as spirits, okay? And with that said, I hope that, like I said, I hope this has been enlightening and educational. I do hope that you go out and you gather these sources and do your own studies. I've listed off, what is it, about a half dozen of sources right now, just on this one spirit alone, and I've given other sources for the others. And the next set of spirits that I'm going to be bringing up within the Nine Kings, you'll see a combination of spirits, sources, but also, most importantly, probably some layovers or crossovers into materials that I've already spoken on, like the Goetics, the Goetia of Dr. Rudd, or that of Solomon the King. Okay. So, I mean, there is going to be those crossovers, and there is going to be similar texts between just about all the spirits. Some of the ones that you can delve into also for recognition is like Rosemary Ann Gully's Encyclopedia of Demons and Demonology. Let's see, what's her name? Was it Amy Davidson's a dictionary of demons, including names of the damned. The Dictionary of Demons by Michelle Belanger. There's a lot of sources that you can go under. Hell, you can even go underneath Google and type in the spirit's name. Go underneath their mythology, okay, their history. Look at the region to which they were spoken of. Okay, get into the old texts like the Jewish Haggadah, the Talmud, the Dead Sea Scrolls, and there's a lot more that I haven't even spoken on. Okay, trust me, the amount of knowledge and wisdom that you can gain from working with these spirits and from these texts is magnificent. All right, so until next time, have a good day. I'm out.